Yu-Gi-Oh! An incredibly complex card game with tens of thousands of cards. However, what if each set was separated from the rest of the massive card pool and your choices when building a deck were extremely limited? In this series, in order to learn Yu-Gi-Oh! From the ground up, I will be embarking on an adventure through the history of the card game with Jeexx. In each episode, we will have access to all the cards in a select product, and using only the cards in that product, both of us will build a deck before playing a best of 3 match to determine the winner of the episode. We will move in a chronological order in the series, and with each new episode we will forget the cards of the past in order to experience something brand new. We hope you enjoyed this adventure through Yu-Gi-Oh! And its evolution with us. Welcome to the historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey. What is up, ladies and fellas, and welcome back to the historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey. We are back with Legacy of the Valiant this time, so as always, let's take a look at the set and see what we are working with. So this is a weird set. Rainbow Curbo is a decent generic card, but apart from that, a lot of this is just different archetypes. Chronomelee, sorry, once again back. We have Sylvans here. We have Gorgonix, which, if you asked me if that was a real archetype before this set, or before looking at this set, I would have been like, what? I had never heard of Gorgonix before. We have more Ghostricks. We have gotten Ghostricks for a while now. We have more Bujins as well that we already saw last week. Gravekeepers also keep getting support at this time, which is interesting. And then we have, once again, meeting the quota of a Mega Monarch per set. Black Brachios is there if you... I feel like sell for the time, our normal summon is so valuable, so using a normal summon to put it to defense doesn't sound like the greatest idea. The big things about this set, all the ultimate stuff, I feel like it's okay, but I feel like the real meat and potatoes of the set are the Xyz monsters, namely 2 of them being the core, and I think 101 Silent Honor Arc, or Shark for short, being a completely generic rank 4, where you can either to target a special summon monster your opponent controls in attack position, face up attack position, and I guess you wouldn't have a monster in face down attack position, so I don't know why elaborate on that. You attach it to Shark as a material, and then you can use this effect once per turn. I mean, you're using both your materials anyway, and then if it would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can detach one from it instead. So basically, you summon this, you get to jack one of your opponent's spell summoned monsters, and then it protects itself once, which all obviously pretty damn good effects, and it being completely generic, very easy to get on the field, obviously very good. And even better, we have Evil Swarm Extahan Knight. Another completely generic rank 4. It takes 2 level 4 monsters, and once per chain, during your main phase or your opponent's battle phase, if your opponent has more total cards in their hand and field than you do, you can, as a quick effect, detach one to destroy all other cards on the field, and then for the rest of the turn, your opponent takes no damage. But being able to quick effect nuke the field once per chain, obviously incredibly powerful. Exo Knight also spent quite some time on the list, and probably for a good reason. Dirty Magician, not relevant for us, it's literally just there as one of the ways to make your Zeus better these days, but we won't have to worry about Zeus for quite a while. We keep getting more rank up magics as well. Then we just have a bunch of spell drop support for the archetypes that we have already in the set. Stand-up is a weird card. So basically, it's a spell where you make 2 monsters useless on both sides of the field, where they don't have effects, they can't be destroyed by battle, they're unaffected by card effects, and they can't change their battle positions. They can't do anything except be used for materials. So it's literally until some extra deck plays or something like that happens. Stand-up just makes okay, we both just have a useless wall, I guess would be the best way to talk about it. And the Shared Ride is a weird Maxi-esque effect, where instead of special summons, every time your opponent gets cards to their hand, except by drawing them, you draw one. for the turn. And then once again, like, we just have a bunch of stuff here as traps. The most important one probably being Skill Prisoner, which already is a good card where you can protect your cards from monster effects, and then you can do it from the graveyard as well. But also, obviously, being a skill in the name, it gives us access to stuff like Breakthrough Skill and even Skill Drain, if that is something that we want to go do. I mean, I'm not gonna play Skill Drain, bro. Skill Drain, I just dislike Floodgates quite a bit, so I don't like the card. I'm probably not gonna play it. Unless I find myself playing some weird like Skill Drain beatdown at some point. But I don't know how I spent 5 minutes on that. Sorry, I slept for 11 hours last night, and after waking up, I'm recording this as like almost the first thing. So I guess my thoughts are still a bit jumbled. But hopefully you enjoyed the set breakdown as well. And I will see y'all in the deck building sections next.
Okay, Legacy to Valiant, the second to last set of Jeexx, which contains cards such as number 101, Exton Knight. It contains a few other archetypes that get a lot of support in this, such as Noble Knights get a bit more support, Bujins get a bit more support, Ghostricks get a lot of support, like generally obnoxious support. Like, for example, they get a new X-Rect monster, but this thing isn't that relevant. But there's stuff like, I think they got Jack Frost in this. I think Jack Frost is from this set and not the previous one. Yes, Jack Frost, Mary, and Nekomusume are from this. And these three are like actually obnoxious in themselves. And then we have Ghostrick Go Around, and we have Mummy for an extra normal summon, and Skeleton if you really want to banish cards from your opponent's deck. But that's whatever. But yeah, overall, this set is fairly powerful, like exactly because the fact that it has multiple really good rank 4s that can be used to deal with a lot of situations. Like, this thing is a menace on board, because if you just drop it, your opponent has to immediately decide, do I want to deal with this now, or do I want to have give my opponent the opportunity of using it later? Because they can pop this immediately after you've summoned it. Even if you use a bottle mess on this, they can just chain this. And that's crazy. Like, that's really, really scary. But to explain what my deck is intended to be, it is a Ghostrick Monarch deck with the intention of stalling the game out and making it go on for a while, and hopefully dealing with enough Yamatos, because I'm gonna be playing against Bujins apparently, as we found out last week. I'm going to be playing against a lot of Yamatos. And I'm hoping that Kaias and Ryza and Kuraz can slow the game down enough and kill things enough for me to actually come out on top. I don't think that's going to happen, but I'm really hoping that it does. But yeah, we have Kaias the Shadow Monarch, which is 2.4k 1000. If this card is tribute summon, target one card on the field, banish that target. And if you do, inflict 1000 damage to your opponent if it was a dark monster. This card is gonna be like the MVP for removal in this. Dodo Buster, in case I end up in a situation where I somehow get a rank 6 option out. Like if I summon a Photon Trasher and no, that doesn't work. Dodo Buster, Evil Swarm Mandragora, Tribute Mandragora for Kaias, banish a card, and then overlay for Photon Strike Bouncer and swing. Plays like this. That's why it's here. There are no other Dodo monsters in this deck, so its effect is relevant. It can summon itself on an empty board. That's it. Evil Swarm Mandragora, if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can spell some discard from your hand. Jack Frost cannot be normal summon unless you control a Ghostrick monster. Once per turn, you can change this to face. Change this card to face down defense position. When an opponent's monster declares a direct attack, you can change that opponent's monster to face down defense position. And if you do, special summon this card from your hand in face down defense position. Jack Frost does the same thing, except for it doesn't turn the card face down. It negates the attack, summons itself in face down. Ghostrick Mary, when you take damage, you can discard this card to summon any Ghostrick from your deck. Ghostrick Spectre, when a Ghostrick monster is destroyed by a monster's effect, opponent's card effect, or by battle with their attacking monster, you can spell summon this card in face down defense and draw a card. Then we have Kuraz, the Light Monarch. When this card is normal or special summon, you can target up to 2 cards on the field. Destroy those targets, and if you do, each player can draw 1 card for each of the cards they control that was destroyed by this effect. This card cannot attack during the turn it was normal summoned or special summoned. Mobius the Mega Monarch. You can tribute summon this card by tributing one tribute summoned monster. When this card is tribute summoned, you can target up to 3 spell trap cards on the field and destroy those targets. If this card was tribute summoned by tributing a water monster, add this additional effect. Your opponent cannot activate the target cards in response to this effect's activation. Charge Man, here for Photon Trasher, doesn't do anything, and Rainbow Kuribo. Rainbow Kuribo has the effect that when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can target the attacking monster, equip this card to that card, from your hand to that attacking monster, and it cannot attack. When an opponent's monster declares a direct attack while this card is in your graveyard, you can spell summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. Ryza, if this card is tribute summoned, target 1 card on the field and put it on top of the deck. March of the Monarchs, tribute summon monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. Also, neither player can target them with card effects. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck. I'm basically playing this in the hopes that I can eventually overrun my opponent with like Monarchs, which I don't really have that many of in hindsight, but the main idea is, well, he won't be able to destroy my Monarchs with card effects that destroy cards, and that's something that these Bujin motherfuckers have a lot. So hopefully this will work out. I am, however, afraid that the effect of locking me out of the extra deck will agree with me. 3 MSDs, Ghostrick Go Around. Once per turn during the battle phase, you can activate one of these effects. Target 1 Ghostrick monster you control. Change that target to face-down defense position. And if you do, change 1 face-down defense position monster your opponent controls to face-up attack position. Target 1 face-down defense position monster you control. Change that target to face-up attack position. And if it is a Ghostrick monster, change 1 face-up monster your opponent controls to face-down defense position. This does not target. Neither of these effects target. And that is really menacing against cards that like are really strong against targeting. Like, for example, if I was playing Noble Knights against Ghostricks, I'm gonna get fucked. Because I only have target and protection, nothing else. Skill Prisoner. Target 1 card you control. This turn, when any monster effect resolves to target that card at activation, negate that effect. During either player's turn, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 card on your control. This turn, when any monster effect resolves when any monster effect resolves that targeted that card at activation, negate that effect. Not an activation effect. This card is kind of janky in the regard that like most cards that I have in the deck, for example, don't target, so this won't work against them. But I think there is a possibility where this card can like deal with Kirin, for example, or Sun Honor Arc, and what else? Like this card can be good, but I'm mostly playing it so I have access to skill rating for game 2 and 3. Another thing that it kind of works for is Monarchs, which is why I'm kind of afraid that if Weebfox is playing this, I'm going to tribute summon a Monarch, and the Monarch isn't going to do shit. Then we have the first Monarch. Special summon this card as an effect monster. This Fiend Dark level 6, 1000 attack, 2400 defense. This card is also still a trap. If summoned this way, you can discard 1 card and then declare 1 attribute. This card becomes that attribute and can be treated as 2 tributes for the tribute summon of a monster with the same attribute as this card. If this card was summoned this way, you cannot special summon monsters except monsters with this card's attribute. This card is a taste of things to come, I guess. I guess that's the best way to put it. In the future, there shall be a new Monarch, a new terrifying Monarch. Oh my god. We haven't actually had a new Monarch in a while, right? Like, I mean, I guess if you count the Mega Monarchs, we've had like 2 of them so far. Yeah. But like, we're gonna have the two other Monarchs that we're missing. Or 3. And then eventually we get Erebus, which is a really long time away. Holy shit! I didn't realize that's long away. That it is that long away. My bad. But yeah, side deck is Dororo Buster, because if I end up feeling like I want to have multiple of these, so I can side out like a Caius or a Ryza or a Mobius. Galaxy has Photon Dragon in case I just think I want one. Another Rainbow Kuribo. 3 copies of shared right for the rest of this turn. Each time a card is added from the main deck to your opponent's hand, main deck or graveyard to your opponent's hand, except by drawing them. You can immediately draw 1 card. This card can be really good against like Yamato and Migazuchi being on the board, because those cards add cards. So if I just chain it to both of those resolving or both of those activating, I can draw 2, which is really good. Like it's not really good. It's a really good deal. Let's just put it that way. Standoff, target 1 face-up attack position effect monster on each side of the field. If both monsters are still face-up on the field, negate their effects. And if both their effects were negated by this effect, as long as those face-up monsters are face-up in face-up attack position, they cannot be destroyed by battle or are unaffected by other card effects. Also, they cannot attack or change their battle positions. This card is kind of funny, and I'm just playing it for the funny factor. Oath of Companionship. If you control no monsters that were special summoned from the extra deck, target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls that was special summoned from the extra deck. Take control of it until the end phase. You cannot special summon during the turn you activate this card. I think this card can be fairly good for like a yoinker thing, and I sack it for a monarch. I banish something, I put something on top of the deck, I break something on my own, so on and so forth. Skill Drain for skill drain purposes. Skill Prisoner, a 3rd copy if I feel like I would rather have 3 of them than skill drains. Evil Swarm, Exiton Knight. Once per turn, during your main phase, or your opponent's battle phase, if your opponent has more total cards in their hand and field than you do, you can detach 1 material from this card and destroy all other cards on the field. Also, your opponent takes no further damage this turn. Ghostrick Dullahan. This card gains 200 attack for each Ghostrick card you control. Once per turn. Quick effect. You can detach 1 material from this card and then target 1 face monster on the field. Half its attack until the end of this turn. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 other Ghostrick card in your graveyard and add that target to your hand. Silent Honor Arc, number 101. You can attach 2 materials from this card, then target 1 special summon monster your opponent controls. One special summon monster your opponent controls in face-up attack position. Attach it to this card as material. You can only use this effect of 101 Silent Honor Arc once per turn. If this card face-up card would be on the field would be destroyed by a battle or card effect, you can detach 1 material from this card instead. This card is really good. Like this card is one of the best rank 4s that has ever been like released for the game at this point, and like I would argue even now, like Shark is as much of a benchmark for a good rank 4 as Zen Mains is a good benchmark for a good rank 3. And sure, later on we get more special, like honestly insane rank 4s and rank 3s and like cards that you can use for climbing into shit and whatnot, but at the end of the day, this is a super generic card. This goes in any deck that you want it in, and it does the one exact thing that deals with a lot of issues that your opponent might be presenting for you. I think it's a really good card. Giant Hand, you can detach 2 to negate an effect monster's effect as long as this card is face up on the field and cannot change its battle position. Force Focus, number 25. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can attach 1 XYZ material from this card. Then target 1 level 5 or higher effect monster your opponent controls. Negate the effects of that opponent's face-up monster until the end of the turn. This is here because it's a rank 6 with 2,800 attack. And that's it. Utopia, and also Utopia Ray, because of the they're just useful. Chronological Atlantis is here so that if I end up XYZ summoning another number and I summon this thing, it can be kind of big and I can swing over things and I can burn my opponent for game. Photon Strike Bouncer. This is the actual most relevant rank 6, I think. It requires 2 level 6 monsters. Once per turn during either player's turn, when a monster effect is activated on your opponent's side of the field, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card, negate the effect, and if you do, inflict 1000 damage to your opponent. This card is legitimately really scary if it comes out, because Bujins, if you haven't noticed, are all monster effects. But I think that about does it. I think this deck is overall really janky, and it could be kind of annoying to play against, but I'm looking forward to seeing how these games play out. Anyhow, good luck with the games.
And guys and gals, we are back, and I think I completely forgot to say in the set breakdown that this is the first set that we're doing from 2014, so we have entered 2014. We're closing in on the time when I first proper got into Yu-Gi-Oh for quite a while, so that's pretty exciting, and I need to stop making these weird clicky mouth noises because they do not sound good. Anyways, we're playing Bujin again. I actually really like the deck, and I figured that I would like to give it a shot where I'm not up against Noble Knights. I asked Jeexx is he playing Noble Knights? And he at least said that he wouldn't be playing Noble Knights because I wanted to give this deck an honest shot. Because I think conceptually it's very cool. It's just like the Noble Knight matchup is just so bad. But yeah, let's take a. I need to stop doing that. Let's take a look at the deck and see what we're working with. So first, obviously, we need to meet our quota for the legacy support. So we are playing 3 Rainbow Karibo. Rainbow Karibo is decent, like when your opponent's monster declares an attack, you can equip the Rainbow Karibo from your hand to the monster and it can't attack. And then when your opponent's monster declares a direct attack while this card is in your grave, you can special it but banish it when it leaves the field. So it gives you 2 instances of battle protection. It's actually pretty neat for that. Then we have a single Bujin Arasura. Now we finally have a third Beast Warrior Bujin. And if a Bujin monster in your graveyard or face up on your side of the field is banished, except during the damage step, you can spell summon Arasura from your hand in face up defense position. And then once we're done doing the end phase of Bujin card was added to your deck to your hand this turn, except by drawing it while you controlled Arasura, you can draw 1 and discard 1. Obviously it works really well with something like Yamato on the field. Then we have 3 Bujin Gehair, which is actually, I mean, this or Peacock is definitely like the best card we got as a new card for Bujins. During either player's turn, you can banish this card from your grave to target 1 Beast Warrior type Bujin monster you control, and once a turn, it cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. So it gives you multi-layer protection, obviously only a single instance, but it being flexible in what it can protect you from is obviously very good. So Hair is just really good in that. And then Peacock is just nice, consistent boosting, where during your main phase 2, you can send this card from your hand to the grave to add a Bujin monster from your deck to your hand. And it just, during the activate turn you activate the effect, you can only use Bujin cards. But this is obviously neat. Obviously we're skipping most of our turn, but if we don't have access to Yamato, like using this to get Yamato, and then we can still get Yamato's end phase effect is obviously very good. And then we have 2 Bujin. That's the third strike. That's a third strikeout. Then we have Bujin Unity, where if you control no other cards, and have at least 1 other card in your hand, you shuffle all Beast Warrior type Bujin monster from a graveyard into a deck, at least 1. And then if you do, send your entire hand to a graveyard, which has to be at least 1, and then you can add up to 3 Beast Warrior type Bujin monster with different names from your deck to your hand. So basically, if you're like so down bad, you can use Bujin Unity to get Yamato, Migazuchi, and Arasura, so you'll at least have some place there. You obviously then get your Yamato on the board, and then if they deal with Yamato, we get Arasura or Migazuchi. It's not great, but it could be cool to pull it off. And oh yeah, importantly, it also shuffles your extra deck monsters, which is interesting because they're obviously present here instead of it being Yamato, Migazuchi, and Arasura. Although I guess like it's like Susanoo is just is Yamato's color, Migazuchi is Kaguzushi, and Tsukiyomi Arasura. You know, they all correlate. Then we had 3 MST. MST just still incredibly good. We want to be dealing with back row. They're still like, especially in this set when we have stuff like Skill Prisoner, Breakthrough Skill. Hell, if Jeexx is on Skill Drain, then obviously like playing Bujin. Bujin can play under Skill Drain because after you fueled your graveyard with Yamato, like you have a lot of plays there. But obviously, if like turn 1, if we go second, Jeexx flips up immediately Skill Drain, we're gonna be struggling. So MST I just like it obviously because it just deals with whatever back row there is, and back row is still like very prevalent force. Then just to fill out the rest of the main deck with stuff from the set, we have Bujin Regalia the Duel, which requires you to have a rank 4 Xyz monster on the board already, which is the problem, where Regalia gives it 300 attack for each Xyz material attached to it, and once per turn while this card is equipped to a monster by this effect, you can attach a Bujin monster from your hand to the equipped monster as an Xyz material. Unfortunately, it's from the hand and not the grave, because if it's something like Peacock, that doesn't really do much in the grave. If it was hand and grave, it could actually do something, but it's okay. But it's still probably something I'm going to be signing out for games 2 and 3. And then finally for this set we have 3 Skill Prisoner. It's a very good card where you can target a card you control, and this turn when any monster effect results targeted the card at activation, you negate the effect, and then during the player's turn, when this is in the grave except the same turn, you can banish this card from your grave to target a card you control, and same thing. Just like with the skill cards, they're double use. And it's a good card by itself, and it also gives us access to Breakthrough Skill. As for the stuff that we've already seen, we have Yamato. We already definitely know what that does. At 3 copies, obviously, it's the corner piece of our whole strategy. Mikazuchi at 2 copies. I was contemplating 1 or 2, ended up with 2. If I feel like I don't want to Mikazuchi, I probably side one of these out for a 3rd copy of Breakthrough Skill or something, or maybe more Bujin. 3 Crane, and then 2 of Turtle, Quillin, and Centipede to protect our Yamato, as well as get some pops. Then we have 3 Bujin Carnation, where we have seen this as well. Your opponent controls monsters, you control none. You get an XE summon by getting stuff out of your banish and your grave. A single Regalia the Mirror, it's still there, because I don't think Jeexx would lie if he is like explicitly, that's the word, stated that he would not be playing Noble Knights, but it's still neat. It works as a super budget gold wave. It's a nice swing momentum. And then 2 Breakthrough Skill, a 3rd one in the side as well. We've seen this card before, but just in case you've forgotten, you target a face by 5 monster your opponent controls, and it has its effects negated until the end of the turn, and then during your turn, exit the turn, this was sent to a grave, you can use it again. But this only targets your opponent's stuff. Sorry, it's always, I mix up with Skill Person, my bad. As for the side deck, it's pretty simple. We have an additional copy of Arasuda. We have 2 Pavo, which when a Beast Warrior type Bujin monster you control is destroyed by battle and sent to grave, you can send this card from your hand to grave to special a Bujin monster from your deck. We'd rather protect our stuff, because the stuff that we want to be summoning is probably Yamato, and we'd rather protect Yamato with stuff like Crane and Turtle, so Pavo isn't the greatest for that. And that's why we also have like 3 Crow. We've obviously seen that as well here, because we'd rather it not be getting destroyed at all. And then I just threw 1 Bujin Fox here. It's very bad. I will not be playing it. It's literally here because it's a fox. It looks very cool, and I just wanted to show you, hey, the visual design of Bujin is still really good. But the effect is during the player's turn, you can banish this card from your graveyard and send a Bujin monster from your hand to the graveyard to take no damage this turn. It doesn't protect your stuff, it just protects you from damage. It's not good, but it looks very cool, and it's a cute fox. Then we have a single Bujin Fidel here, just in case we want to go into that. 3 Bujin Regalia the Sword, which is actually neat, because we can obviously reuse our banished stuff, or get back Yamato. It's flexible, it's neat. And then we just have a 3rd copy of Turtle, Quillin, and Centipede here as well. As for the extra deck, we've seen most of this stuff already. Stuff like Black Shift of Corn, stuff like Utopia, we've seen plenty of times already. Once again, we have Susanoo here, so we can go for big swings. We have Kakutsushi here for some protection, as well as to have just a big thing if we don't want Jeexx beating over our stuff. The new Bujin Xyz monster we have here is Tsukuyomi. Takes 2 level 4 lights, and once per turn you can detach 1 material from this card to send your entire hand to grave, at least 1. And if you do, you draw 2. And then when Tsukuyomi leaves the field while face up, because of your opponent's card effect specifically, you can target a level 4 Beast Warrior Bujin monsters. Sorry, you can target Beast Warrior Bujin monsters up to the number of Xyz material this card had on the field and special summon those targets. Most of the time that would obviously just be 1, but this is why like Duel obviously has Tsukuyomi like visuals, because you're meant to be using that to get more stuff on Tsukuyomi. Tsukuyomi probably the least the worst out of these, I think, but still, like, if I only have 1 like Jewel in my hand or something, like being able to pitch that and instead draw potentially into something good, like obviously that in those cases it will be nice. And then I talked about these in the breakdown also extensively. Some of the more iconic rank 4s ever in Yu-Gi-Oh! We have 101 Silent Hunter Arc or Shark, which just takes control of your opponent's spell summon stuff and then protects itself. And then Exitahan Knight, which just nukes the field. But yep, nice little 10 minutes actually. That's more what it should be, especially for decks where literally half the cards, or if not more, are stuff that we've already seen. But yeah, I'm excited to be playing some more Bujin, because yeah, the Noble Knights matchup was not fun, and I wanted to give it an honest shot again. So aesthetically, like I've said multiple times, one of my favorite archetypes, and the gameplay is too. Like also, I think it's pretty cool. It's like a, I think, neat protect the castle, where something like where you're building a Cleaford Towers or Ultimate Falcon or something, where your boss monster is just, hey, this thing just doesn't care about any of your stuff. Yamato very much dies to most things, but it just accrues value and then gets itself some stuff it can do. I think it's just a very cool archetype in many ways, so I'm excited to give it another shot in hopefully a better matchup, but we'll have to wait and see what Jeexx has cooked up. With all that being said though, thank you for watching the deck breakdowns, and we'll see you in the dueling zone next. What is up, ladies and fellas, and welcome back to the Historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning Journey. We are back with Legacy of the Valiant today. No complimentary set to go alongside it. Can we win one coin flip? That is what my goal for... Ignore the chat. We were just bantering before we started, and we wanted to make sure that we don't get booted. And the, I think, 3 or 4 episode losing streak with coin flips is finally over. Okay, clean 40 for both of us. Good to see that. I don't like my brother. This hand is piss. This is actually... Wait. I actually have to check something immediately.
Hold on.
Is this a thing?
Oh.
That's actually so funny. I guess this kind of works.
I didn't even get to make a chance to make a pun, man. What the fuck is this? We just went right into it.
Oh, I didn't even realize. I immediately
didn't even introduce the set.
Because usually it's like I do my stuff. I pick my thing, and then it's the, like, before you pick your rock, then you do something. But I guess for such a long time now, like, we've done it where I've kind of prompted you to do that, and now I didn't like do that. Then I guess it was weird. So
I was just waiting, man.
all right, Jeexx, how are you feeling about Legacy of the Valiant as I finish my first turn?
I'm neither Valiant nor do I have a legacy.
You felt okay. Honestly, did you feel like that was okay? This is good, so I need to get this out.
No.
Okay.
That would have been funnier if you asked about it earlier, but you know.
No, I don't think it would.
I'm gonna activate from my hand the effect of nothing. In fact,
That's actually a pretty cool effect. This is so funny.
I would like to pass the turn.
What the fuck is that? That is really strange.
I wanted to go first with this deck, bro.
That is so strange.
And I'm gonna tell you outright, if I had gone first, that would have been the exact same play.
I wanted to go first so I can still pass my turn. You play something that wants to take damage or side, bro. I don't know what the fuck.
Who knows? Who knows, bro?
Okay, but I guess we'll flip summon this Quillin.
What the hell is this?
And we will normal summon a hare.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there is only one thing to do here. We go battle phase. Let's see what you're working with. Let's go 1600 Quillin.
I would like to summon from my hand Jack Frost, turning your Quillen into face-down defense position.
All right.
I will also, of course, summon this in face-down defense position, you know. But yeah, the attack ends, and Quillen goes to face-down.
Yep.
And then you will destroy my Jack Frost, and I will activate the effect of Ghostrick Spectre. When a Ghostrick monster I control is destroyed by an effect or by battle with an attacking monster into the graveyard, I can special summon this card from my hand in face-down defense position and draw 1 card.
All right. Then we'll go main 2, and I guess that kind of works out. But yeah, this was what I was immediately checking, because I was like, I don't get it. Since I go first, I don't get a main phase 2, so I couldn't use this on my first turn. But I'll use Peacock to grab to my hand a Yamato.
A Yamato!
I guess it's whatever. I'll just end my turn.
Alrighty then, chat room. Start turn. Standby. Main. I would like to activate from my hand March of the Monarchs. Then I would like to tribute summon Caius the Shadow Monarch. My tribute summoned monsters cannot be destroyed by card effects. Also, neither player can target them with card effects.
Yep.
I would like to destroy. I would like to banish from the field. Thinking if I want to destroy. I kind of don't like this card, but at the same time, you can target Caius anyhow, but you can target the face down, because I'm pretty sure that thing had the effect of targeting any card on the field, right?
It's a face-up card.
Yeah, then I would like to banish that thing.
Sure.
And then I would like to attack into the Bujin here.
Sure. That gets destroyed. I take 7 hundo, and a Beast Warrior, that Bujin monster is destroyed by battle card effects into the graveyard. I would like to special summon a Mikazuchi.
Oh my god, it's a Mikazuchi. Okay, that is fine. Then I would like to end my turn.
Sure. Draw, standby, main. And Mikazuchi was the hand effect, right? Yep. So that didn't matter. Mark of the Monarchs. Card effects. Okay.
Why? Beast Warrior type Bujin monster you control. This is a beast.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Unfortunate.
I still... I guess it doesn't matter. This is a bad card, huh? I was thinking of not playing it, then yeah, I definitely should not have played it.
I feel like if a Bujin, like I think it should just be if a Bujin gets destroyed, you can summon it. Like that would make so much more sense.
I guess it makes things a little different. I guess that's still good. I'm also trying to think, what Mega Monarchs do we have? You're definitely running Morbius, because it's... Actually, I'm literally...
It's not the only Monarch card.
I know, I'm literally just thinking, like, is there a way to get to 20 without, but I guess the Ghostricks would help. But yeah, it doesn't matter.
I'm trying to think... the vast majority.
I'm trying to think, like, what Mega Monarchs do we have? Mostly because I'm just... How much do I care about Caius being here? I guess
I will outright tell you, I only have Mobius. I only have Mobius and the Gunnar.
I guess that makes sense. Actually, just playing the good ones. I think... I guess it is the play, though. I will... Normal Yamato. And I will go directly to the end phase, and we will use Yamato's effect. Now grab a Bujin monster to hand and send something to grave. And I will grab to hand a Bujingi Crane. And I will send to my grave a centipede. I was just gonna say. And then it's back to you.
Alrighty then, chat room. Stand by. Main. Let me see. Let me think. I would like to rib you.
Farewell.
Double checking. I would like to tribute summon using Caius the Shadow Monarch to normal summon or tribute summon Mobius the Mega Monarch. And I would like to target up to 3 spell and trap cards in the field and destroy these cards. I would simply target this and
sure. I'll chain it in. Reaction to pop March.
That is fine. And then I'm gonna have to admit I did not look at what you added to your hand.
I have a spell drop pop and I have a protection from battle or card effect destruction once for a turn. Peacock doesn't do anything in the grave other than obviously like if I have the stuff that summons from grave, then it can be used as mats.
I'm just gonna make you burn it right now.
Alright.
You're gonna
pray
burn
into the grave
now.
and 3600 to Yamato.
Yeah. Then this dies, and then I would like to discard from my hand a Ghostrick Mary to special summon a Ghostrick from my deck in face down defense position. And I would like to summon. Where is it? Where the fuck is it? Is it in face down? Yes, it is in face down. I would like to summon Lantern and set Lantern to face down defense because of the effect, and then I will pass.
Okay. I guess you just want this for circulation. Draw some main. I do wonder. It's kind of bad. I think, I mean, this is happening regardless. Will normal summon Migasuchi? Is that okay?
Yes.
Then, I guess this doesn't matter. Probably has something for this thing being destroyed, but we want to see what that is, so I will simply swing Yamato into that.
I'm afraid that is not the case.
Alright, then I will simply poke you with Mikazuchi for 19.
I would like to respond to this by special summoning from my hand a Ghostrick Lantern in face down defense position to negate this attack.
We'll go main 2 and 2 cards. As on Centipede, I still have hair. I think this is actually more valuable, so I think I'll just set one and I will go to the end phase. I'll resolve Yamato first. So we will grab to hand a turtle, and we'll also pitch the turtle. And since a card was sent, a Bujin monster specifically was sent to my grave, I will also add a spell trap using Mikazuchi.
I can't wait for Cold Wave, guys. Cold Wave, only a turn away. Very excited, guys.
It's gonna be great. But yeah, it just goes to my hand. It's gonna go to my grave. But I think Is there any reason? There kinda is, there kinda isn't. I will actually get the duel.
The duel? I don't know what that is.
And that'll be all she wrote.
Alrighty then, chat room. Let's start off with the special. Blind MST, baby!
Oh shit, I will change my MST to your MST.
No way! I can't believe I got outclassed in the blind MST matchup, guys.
I respect you for blindly MST, because as you know, that is my forte.
That is your forte, I'm aware. Pass.
Alright. So I know this is a lantern. That's the second lantern. Was in one Jack first, one Spectre, one Mary. I don't know any of the cards in your hand, correct?
You do not.
I guess we just... Do we just run the gauntlet? I think we just run the gauntlet.
Bada swing.
Once again, Yamato into the lantern.
Haha.
And I will attempt to swing Mika straight to your face.
I would simply like to
Take
summon
it like
another
a
lantern.
Alright.
Set the lantern defense.
Yep. Attack is negated. We go main 2. I will simply set a couple of cards. We'll go end phase and same thing as last time. So if you're okay,
the deck out angle is real.
It is actually real. If you're fine with it, I will simply skip a step where I'll just directly pitch this, and I will also, while I'm here, I will get to my hand using Megasuchi, the mirror.
Quite fascinating that you would choose to not to add the quill into your hand to fake out the fact that you may or may not have something that you're pretending to have. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Just send the mirror from my hand to grave.
That pass.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't even add the quill into hand to pretend that you had 2 quillins. Oh.
Unfortunately, Yamato requires you to also send a card from your hand to the grave.
Didn't even pretend.
It's, you know, if that makes you go like, oh, now he might or might not have the third quillin in the hand, then
he might have 3 of them total.
I think that's even more of a mind game.
Maybe he only has 1.
Yeah. Maybe I only have 1 quillin. Yeah, you would never know. One of them is banished, so you'll never find out. But yeah, Yamato into the third.
I would like to activate Ghostrick Go Round. And I would like to change one of my face down defense position monsters to face attack position. And if it is a Ghostrick, I would like to turn a card you control to face down defense position.
Yeah. Sure. And then Megasuchi over a lantern for 11.
Oh, I can't believe it.
You lost your deck out angle, man.
No, my deck out angle.
And yep, that is all fine and dandy.
It's Joe Worry. Oh, there was. I've got a special summon. Evil Swarm Mandragore. Very helpful right now, but I'm gonna swing into the Yamato.
Sure.
Get fucked, Yamato. Pass.
Yep. I guess I could have. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I could have protected it, but I guess it doesn't really matter. We will just go. Actually, wait. I have this specifically for that. You know what? I lied. I specifically have this shit to attach to your thingy-majingy, so you can have this thing equipped to Mandragora.
I can't believe overlay. Oops.
Oh shit! But I was specifically like, oh yeah, I don't want to use hair here since I have it, but like Curve was literally just for these, so yeah. But yeah, then we'll get back. I mean, we'll flip some of the Yamato.
Yeah.
Is there still something I want to add? Is the question. You have one card in your hand. It's a 4th lantern, I swear.
You would never know, would you? Maybe I have 4 of them. Who knows? Certainly that is allowed within this video game that we call dueling book, right?
Yeah,
Surely they wouldn't just prevent it.
Yeah, it is prevented, yeah. But who knows that you'll be like, hey, hit up one of the mods and mods of the site and be like, hey man, I have a little favor I'd like to ask of you. I don't think. Yeah, I'll just go Battleface.
Yeah.
We'll go Yamato or Mandragora for 350.
200 and 350.
250. Yeah. 250.
Yeah.
I was thinking in my head, like, I think maybe I just swing Migasuchi here in case you have like more shenanigans and then I get the 100 more damage. I was thinking that. I didn't do it, but the math in my head I had done already with that. But yeah, Mika will attempt to once again swing for her face.
You fool. I special summon from my hand. Ghostrick Jack Frost in face down defense position to turn Bujin Migasuchi into face down defense position.
Sure.
And then I will activate the effect of Ghostrick Go Round to flip summon my Jack Frost, or flip up my Jack Frost and flip down your Bujin Yamato.
Well. We'll skill present at this. I would rather not have my Yamato be flipped.
Damn.
But yeah, then main 2. We'll set another card. We'll go in face Yamato effect. We will add. Oh, the site is running slow. Honestly, I think I'll add to my hand actually a crane. And I will send the earlier added regalia to the grave. This is me trusting that you're not gonna actually find stuff to have more monsters than me in a little while, because it obviously has that condition.
I would like to use the effect of Jack Frost, Ghostrick Jack Frost, to set him face down.
Go ahead. And then go around.
And then I set one and pass.
That's super epic and swag. I will start my turn. Draw standby main.
Yeah.
I would like to flip summon up this Migasuchi.
By all means.
We will. Would I rather get? I guess it makes more sense. Cause right. It does. Yeah, this makes more sense. I will just go actually, do I even go battle phase here, or do I do this? It's kind of silly. Sometimes, you know, you gotta be a silly goose.
I know. I am aware. Would you like to look at my graveyard?
It's there's a lot of stuff there. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, we'll just go Battlefest. We'll swing Mikazuchi into this. I'm assuming you want to just go around.
You fool! I will use this to flip my Jack Frost and turn your Mikasuchi face down, so you're locked out of your XYZ summons for the turn.
Yep, then Yamato over it. For 1,000.
Oh no, exact even 1,000.
Main 2. Exact numbers. Retweet to scare an Evil Swarm player. Main 2. Bada bing, bada boom, Peacock to the grave. And I will grab to hand. Honestly, I think I'll get to hand an Arasuda. And then we will... Yeah, we'll just go end phase. Yamato effect. We will get to hand a... Actually, before I go end phase, do I just wanna... Fuck it, we ball? Honestly, fuck it, we ball. It might be an MST, but I'll fire off a Centipede on your set.
That is unfortunate, because it is the first Monarch, who is still treated as a trap card when it is special summoned to the monster zone.
And then immediately perishes.
It immediately perishes.
That is unfortunate. But then we'll go end phase, and I mean, not to be disrespectful, I don't think it matters. I'll just grab and pitch a Centipede, and then it's back to you. This sure is some jank. I respect it.
You fool.
You fool. Now I will side into my insanely powerful Noble Knight strategy from the 15 cards in my side deck.
Yes, actually.
That would be funny. But yeah,
that would be funny.
But yeah, I will pause the recording. We will side for game 2. Alright, and quite a few changes. Well, now you get to do what you wanted to do, and that is go first and then pass with an empty board.
Witness me.
That's not an empty board.
Witness me.
Normal Yamato.
Yeah. You know, the actual play is to go end phase.
I will swing.
Because, you know, not attack. It doesn't set. It doesn't set.
Oh yeah, it's just Jack Frost.
I will activate Ghostrick Go Round, which will do it. It will. And this doesn't target, by the way. It just changes it to face down. That's kind of
Yeah, I think definitely in this matchup the play is just for me to obviously sit there, because us both just not doing stuff is beneficial. You can have this.
I will activate its effect to put it into face down.
And
then and then wait. Oh no. Wait.
You can't get the attack by doing some shenanigans with it.
But I'm thinking, like, is there a world where I can do a thing with this? Because I go around. This is once per battle phase, right? Like I can turn my thing into face down defense position, and then I can turn yours into face up attack position. But I don't have anything to actually swing with after that. It is significantly irrelevant. So I will simply do that thing where I turn this card to face down defense position, and then I will
Yep. Let's start by flipping up the Yamato.
Cannot be.
Masaka.
Masaka.
Well, normal summon out a Quillin.
No,
Battle
that cannot
phase.
be. Yeah.
Quillin into this thing.
Yeah. And then I will special summon Spectre and face down and draw one card. And then would you like to declare attack so I can do the thing?
Sure.
Are you actually gonna declare attack?
Yes. I mean, why wouldn't I?
Because if you don't declare attack,
you can still do it. You can still do it anyways. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, I'm
So-
thinking because you flip summoned it. That causes an issue. Because if you don't attack with the card and I turn it into face down defense position, you can just flip it face up.
I can flip summon multiple times in a turn though. Isn't
You cannot.
Yeah,
You
like
cannot.
so it doesn't matter.
That's
Because
what I mean, yeah.
like if I could, then obviously I wouldn't really declare, because then I still get it, the end phase effect. But because I already had to flip it up, it doesn't matter at all. And I guess this doesn't matter. Yeah, nothing we can do here.
Alrighty then, chat room. I go standby. I go main. I attack into the Yamato.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I go main phase 2 and I set this card face down, and then I set another card. And I set another card, and then I pass.
Mm-hmm. That's funny. I guess that's...
The deck out angle isn't real, guys.
Normal summon a Centipede.
Okay.
Then I will go...
That's annoying.
Honestly, I think it's time. I will overlay these two. And I will summon out an Evil Swarm Exton Knight.
I would like to respond with Skill Drain.
Oh, you're playing Skill Drain. Interesting.
A problem, officer?
I mean, a little bit, but you know, that's fair. Do I...
Oh, you're playing rank 4 XYZ with Shark, Exiton Knight, Steel Swarm Roach? Gosh, golly darn. If only there was a rank 4 deck that I would have played.
Dude, pick something and then... Alright, it's whatever. I guess I'll just...
I can't believe Weebfox
I'll
would
just
do
set
this.
this. And...
Battle phase, main phase 2.
I'm thinking... Because... I guess that kind of works. That doesn't... Actually... It kind of does do something. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah. We'll do your thingy.
Yep.
And nothing else I can do here.
Standby main. Combat. Attack.
Yep. I'll still get these out.
And then set to defense. And then pass.
I guess that actually works. We'll just set a pass.
Okay. Standby main. I would like to go to battle phase. Activate the effect of Ghostrick go around.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't. No, I would actually need to do this first. Yeah. And then I would like to activate the effect of Ghosted Go Around to turn this face up attack position.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. It is tutel. It is a tutel. That is very relevant. Thank you. Thank you for doing. I turned this into face down defense position. Yes. And then in main phase 2,
That's actually funny.
I set one more card and I pass.
Yep.
Mm.
I guess that doesn't matter really. Yeah, I can instead just... Yeah, this is actually better. I will set a monster and then... I guess that doesn't matter. Actually does it, because... Yeah, it's 1. I guess it does matter in a way, so we can do your shenanigans first.
We will sweet swoop.
And then main 2, I will set a monster and pass.
Alrighty then, chat room. I would like to actually...
It's kind of funny that the Bujin, even with their pitiful stat lines, are like too big for most of the Ghostrick stuff to beat over.
Yeah. I actually activated this last turn. Like, I activated Ghostrick Spectre's effect last turn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that doesn't work. I can't do that, so...
Oh.
At the previous turn, instead of just activating its effect, I will do this.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, and that does the same thing pretty much.
Yeah, it doesn't
And
really
then-
matter.
Yeah, this gets flip face.
Yeah,
There we go.
that's fine.
That is fine. Then I will activate March of the Monarchs, and I would like to tribute summon Ghostrick Spectre to normal summon Rise of the Storm Monarch.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to swing into this thing.
Yep.
Yep. And then I would like to double check something. That's actually
That would actually
interesting.
be so funny.
Then pass.
Yep. We will draw standby main. Well, these are not what I want to be drawing, I will not lie. I guess it's fine though. For now it's still fine. I will simply set another monster and pass.
Oh, well,
Now I
main.
have the deck out angle.
I set
You're
one
too
card,
deeper than me.
and I will swing to this.
Yep, it is a hair.
I'm terrified now. How will I do this? How can I win? The answer is I cannot.
And now this is where we do stuff, because otherwise you get a rank 6, I guess.
Oh yeah, my really terrifying rank 6 that will work under skill drain, guys.
I mean,
Boy, guys, it's gonna be scary.
Currently, your skill rate, I don't really care about this current board. So as long as we keep this pace, I'm perfectly fine with everything. I would also just like to see what the thing is. So we will simply Norman.
Oh yes, Norman.
We will Norman.
You will Norman.
Yep. And then we will go battle phase.
Mm-hmm.
And we will go Turtle into Ryza.
Tutel.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, and damage step.
And damage step. 4,000. That is fine.
Yep.
No, actually, no.
Oh.
Beast Warrior type Bujin monster.
Oh, I literally read the if a beast. That's funny. I literally went like doing damage calculus. Then I was like a Bujin monster. Okay, it's all good. So.
I mean, you could always make an XYZ and do that same play.
Yeah, I can. Mostly just. The issue is that the set is what I'm most afraid of. And I guess I could do. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter because the only thing that I can do is this, and then
And like,
that doesn't matter anyway because it's skill drain, which is the thing. Actually,
if
yeah,
you're
yeah,
actually
never.
scared about it, you can just do an XYZ and pop it with Centipede, right? Because I don't have anything in the deck that can actually like interact with the summon outside of like Ghostrick go around. And if you're not in battle phase, it doesn't do anything.
Mostly just the thing is that. Actually, I guess I could do. I guess actually that kind of works. It's nah, it's whack though.
This shit is weak.
Honestly, cause this doesn't obviously that doesn't solve the problem, does it? Yeah, honestly, I think I actually think the play here is that I will get the turtle. I will get another turtle and I will overlay. But what I will overlay into is actually a Utopia. Anything on that?
On that summit, no.
Yep. And then this can do this.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Mm-hmm.
Turn face down. Let's go strict go around.
Yeah, I know. Just. I guess that. Yeah, it's whatever. Oh yeah, I can't do this. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I forgot how this card works. Skill Ranger is a fun card.
I'm gonna sing over Utopia with Mariza.
Yep.
And now I'm gonna poke you for 100.
Yep.
Yep. And then I'm gonna go to main phase 2, where I will choose to set one card and pass.
Mm-hmm. God, my draws have been atrocious. We'll get Yamato.
Yep.
Is it even worth it?
To normal summon it?
Because I can do... Honestly? I do that. I do that, but then... Actually... I guess it kind of works. I wonder what does this though. We're meant to. Honestly, I think I will normal summon Yamato.
Yeah.
Then we will.
Pop, Ghostrick, go around.
Use Centipede to get rid of go around.
Yeah.
And then we will use Quillen to get rid of Skill Drain.
Yep.
And then we'll go in phase.
And then I will respond with Skill Drain too.
Yep. That's fine. We got rid of another one, so that's fine. And that is all she wrote for now.
Stand by. Main. I was kind of hoping to use a card that I have in my hand, which would have been actually interesting. But I realized that
you can't.
Because of March of the Monarchs, I can't. Because I can't target my own, like, monarchs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, what the fuck? Man. Actually. I can't even do this, yeah. Because as long as I control this, I can't do that. Yeah. March of the Monarchs is griefing me more now than anything. Battle phase. Swing into this.
Sure.
Yeah. That is fine.
No more 1,000 exactly every time dream, unfortunately, feels bad.
No.
The
How much was
dream
that?
is
That was
dead.
1.2k. There we go.
Yeah, 1,200.
And then set and set. Nice.
You didn't want to use Mary's effect?
I can't.
Oh, I was discard. You can discard a card. Never mind.
And even if I could, I have
Oh
skills.
yeah, because you're playing fun cards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, there's gonna be another go around here, right? It doesn't matter because I do this. This gets set anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter at all. That's actually interesting. The thing is, I don't know if I care enough, and I don't think I do. I'll go battle phase, swing over Mary.
Yep.
Then we'll go main 2. I've used a quill and an ace and speed, right? Yeah. I think this is worth it. Let me check the wording on the thing that I'm thinking about real quick. How is this worded? Okay. Honestly, let's try. I will banish Quillen to pop the second skill drain.
Yep.
I swear to God. End phase?
No, it's
Yamato
okay.
effect?
It's okay. You're fine. You're fine.
We can play the game now.
You can play the video.
Just in case, though.
Just in case.
I'll grab to hand a centipede, and then I'll centigrave a centipede. I guess at this point you're like, I would also like to play the. This is basically like I was thinking, because like, what's the punish? The punish is like you have a monarch, and now it gets to actually use this effect.
I'm gonna flip summon.
Yeah.
Ghostrick Jack Frost. I'm gonna activate. Stand off. Two face up attack position effect monster.
Negate their effects, then if both their effects are negated, as long as their monsters are they cannot be destroyed, the fast like all the card effect cannot change her. Yeah, sure. So apparently it just negates both of them and puts them both into attack.
Yeah, and neither of them can do anything ever.
I mean, they can still be used for summons.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can be used for summons, but like you can't attack with them or change their battle position. That's it. And then I set 2 cards.
It's still if like if one of us uses our stuff, does the other still stays negated, right?
As long as those monsters are.
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking. Position. Like, does it literally mean that both of them had to be up for?
Then if both. Ooh, but then if both their effects were negated.
Yeah, because that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's just like they are basically just permanently negated, and it's not just because the resolution is like if both monsters are still face up on the field. Now, okay, negate their effects. Then if both effects were negated, as long as those are face up, they cannot be blah blah blah. So the effects should be negated, but the condition, as long as those monsters are still face up, like that only is maintained until both of them are up, right? It's kind of
if
funny
one
that
of
you
the two targeted monsters is no longer in face-up attack position, while both of those monsters yada yada is no longer applied. Furthermore, the
yeah.
negate both monsters effect is applied as long as each of those monsters remains face-up on the field.
Also,
So
everything is just as long as they are both there.
yeah, and
Huh.
if one of them disappears,
Okay.
it's yeah.
It does make sense for the name standoff, but it doesn't make sense in how it's written, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that is funny. Oh wait, I'm a
Gonna make it not fun.
I'm a dumbass. Cause I guess it doesn't matter. Do I care about this stuff? I want your. That's so unfortunate. I guess we will simply go directly to the end phase and back to you.
I would
This
like
truly
to
is a
start my turn.
standoff.
Baby, this is truly a Truxican standoff, if you will. Set one pass.
Sorry, I just got a message. Yeah. Full 5. Not playing around. 5. Not playing around Heavy Storm at all.
I don't care about not Heavy Storm, brother.
One of those has to be another skill drain, because otherwise, like, you know, any 4 just blows the whole board up here. But honestly, I like us both investing into this, like, potentially just explode to exit online, so I'll join you in that.
Yes.
I need to find one more card to put in the back row, though, and then...
I'll set one. I'll pass.
I would like setting...
No sets.
Where are you setting that one?
In the monster zone.
Directly to main 2, will pitch Peacock.
In response, I would like to activate Shared Ride.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. So go ahead and draw your 1 card.
After you add this card. That's
we can just make it faster. And I wonder what else is there. What else is there? I'll get to hand a Mikazuchi.
A Mikazuchi.
I will. Do I even want to? I guess I will. I will.
Now we're even, okay? Don't need for that 5th set, you know.
I will. Normal set Mikazuchi.
Yep.
Now this is where it's interesting.
Time to go Tsukuyomi to draw 2.
Gora doesn't do anything here. If it's skill drain, what would I most want to go under skill drain?
I mean, you have Centipede as well, so it doesn't particularly matter, does it?
I mean, yeah, it's just... Well, let's just say that one of these might have an on-summon effect, in which case I would like to get that to happen.
Yeah, is Tsukuyomi on summon? No way, right?
I do think I'll still go into this. I don't think we've gotten to see this card yet, so I will overlay these two. So Jack Frost is now free to do stuff again. into Kaguchushi.
What the
Or
fuck is
Chuchi.
this?
Connect these, it mills top 5. And then gains a permanent attack boost for all Bujins, and then it has just some protection. Is this okay?
It has some protection.
I have 2 turtles to stop targeting, and then here to protect it once from being popped, and then centipede to pop a spell trap. That is the grave effect I
don't
have.
like the attack boost. The attack boost is no bueno.
I think I will change this to the MST.
Yeah.
And because of the chain, I still get my summon thingy. Right.
Correct.
So we will mill. Honestly, I don't know like how many Bujin's cards there are still left, but I should get at least a couple. Well, that's 4.
Bro.
That's probably like one of just the best case scenarios. So this goes up to 2900. So it was breakthrough skill, which I can still use from there, and then 4. Yeah, that was kind of an insane rip. Also, 2 centipedes is kind of crazy. I can't believe we got through all 3 skill drains before you're even halfway through your deck. That's fucked. One of these, I don't know. It's whatever. I think I will just... Will I? I'll just pass.
Stand by, man.
I'm getting spammed to play Deadlock, bro. We're playing children's card games. Chill, y'all.
Bro, these guys don't understand shit about no children's card games. They're too hyperactive.
No respect.
Damn, no respect. Fucking children, I tell ya. Oh my god.
And now since Jack Frost can throw hands, you'll give him like 17 attack boost, and he'll just beat the fuck out of my Kaguchushi.
That would be hilarious.
Imagine, bro.
I would like
Jack Frost got hands.
I'm gonna tribute Jack Frost for Ryza, and then I'm gonna put my Mark of the Monarchs
I was just gonna say
on the top of my deck.
Got you. Now you can do your cool stuff, I guess.
Yeah, and then I would like to respond with the first Monarch and the first Monarch.
That's funny.
That is kind of funny.
Yeah, go for it.
Actually, though, I only want to do one of these. I'll do one of these. I'll do one of these for now.
Fair.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Summon in defense.
Yeah, and yeah, March should be on your...
Yeah, March goes top now, and then I would like to XYZ summon using these. Actually, I have to do this first because March prevents me from summoning until I discard and declare an attribute. I would like to discard from my hand Photon Trasher, and I would like to declare Light, and then I will summon. I will summon fucking what is this? What does this do? That requires effect monsters with levels. That doesn't work. I'm gonna summon Photon Strike Bouncer. Maybe is that the option that I have?
He's the burn dude, right?
Let me see.
The name sounds familiar.
One number monster in your graveyard. Unfortunately, I don't think I have any number monsters in my graveyard. Yep, yeah. So I'm just gonna summon Photon Strike Bouncer, and I'm gonna be like, yep. That Teresa, yeah. That's a monster with 2,700 attack.
Yeah, which is unfortunately not a lot.
Yeah, and then I will do this, and I will simply send to the graveyard and lose 200 life points to discard Mary from my hand, to special summon from my deck a Ghostrick. I will summon a Spectre.
Now we're cooking with gas.
Then I will
go around.
I will activate March of the Monarchs,
and set one more card, which is the go around.
And I activate from my hand the first Monarch to special summon from my field. I will move it to the battle area, and it will go into defense, and then I will end my turn.
Now we're playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
See, you just gotta use all of your cards. Actually, in fact, I'm gonna discard the last card from my hand for the
You have
effective
to
first
dig. I
monarch
was just
before I
gonna say
surrender.
that you don't want to discard it too.
Hell yeah, ladies and gentlemen. That is Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's so funny how like absolute dog shit your deck was, but how still it was could actually do stuff just because skill drain is such an insane card.
Yeah.
And I guess it does help that you find like 3 of them in like 15, 16 cards.
I mean,
I'll
it
give it
is
up.
a skill unto itself.
It is true. It is skill drain. Where were my MSTs? Okay, there's 10 from the bottom and then 6 from the bottom.
Bro was really playing word skill card instead of skill word card. Oh my god, that is controversial.
Yes, sir. Bro,
Yes,
this side is
sir.
not working today. Also, these were skill prisoner, and a breakthrough skill, since we were talking about skill.
My god.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't really have many effects in the deck that target monsters when you think about it.
Yeah.
Which is actually kind of good in this matchup. Like, honestly, if I had more of a payoff for getting Ghostrick out, then this could have been entirely different.
I was thinking of siding out of some of the skill prisoners, but like just Kaiusa and Ryza already like were big enough for me to be like, I mean, if I ever have a situation where I have something like Crane or any sort of like one layer of protection to go for my Yamato on top of like having skill prisoner for one of those, I feel like it's like a good enough thing to have.
Yeah. For the most part, the strategy of using Ghostricks to set cards into face down defense and then sending them to shit using Kaius and Ryza, it is effective. Like, legitimately, this would have been more effective if I had a little bit more consistency in getting out my monarchs.
Yeah.
Because I was often in a situation where I had a card in face up attack position and you had a card in face down defense position that I could just immediately wipe if I had Kaius, if I had Ryza.
Yeah.
And I just never drew into monarchs, which is honestly the biggest weak point of this deck at the moment. Because the combat tricks are really good for for this matchup specifically.
Yeah.
Because you can't deal with my combat tricks. These combat tricks are non-targeting. They don't have anything to do with your card. You can't negate them. They're completely uncold waveable, which is, I assume, you sided out of cold wave.
I only played one Regalia in the first place, which was there, like, if you ended up playing Noble Knights. I think I had a second one in the side, and since you were obviously not on Noble Knights, I just completely sided out, because in this matchup, obviously, they don't do anything.
And oh, guys, can you imagine that this guy played a full-on counter card from my entire deck, and then he goes like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you're playing skill." You know what they say, guys.
Well, let's just say that when we, gentleman out of something, and I've clearly, like, 3 or 4 times in the past expressed, like, I will never play Skill Drain just because it's such a degenerate card.
But the thing with Skill Drain is that there is a clear cost to playing it. It only affects cards on the field, and your deck does not really give a fuck about cards on the field at the end of the day. The cards that are
Yamato,
relevant,
who is arguably the most important card in the deck, does care about that stuff. But obviously, like, after the stuff is in the grave, it's not that bad.
Yeah, but like there is a reason why you can play Bujins with Skill Drain, and it's because of the fact that they are so resilient with cards in the graveyard.
I mean, yeah, you can see, like, later on, it didn't really matter because, like, by the time, like, the stuff happened, then I already had a bunch of Bujin in the grave, so it was in a lot of ways, like, even beneficial for me. But it's one of those cards that I just feel like it's just boring and not interesting, so that's why I just don't play it. But you can play what you want to play.
I think for certain decks, it like creates play patterns that differ from the norm. So in that regard, I think it is an interesting card because it has potential for making things like, oh, my Noble Knights lose all their effects. How do I make this work? And then let's say in game 2, if you have a side deck that has like the means of preparing for that, you can maybe side into cards such as Gawain. Now, obviously, you probably have spell and trap removal or Forbidden Lances or something else. But like there are ways for decks such as Heroes, such as Noble Knights, such as Muddle Chase, such as like basically every single deck that I play to play under Skill Drain.
And that is why he likes the card.
that is why I think Skill Drain is a card that forces the player who is playing against Skill Drain to actually express skill in order to play around Skill Drain. Unless your opponent is playing Ghostrick, which is just doing fucking nothing.
Or just go Ooga
for the
Booga and it works, or it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
it is kind of funny how like we hyped with like Extra Knight and Shark, and neither of them basically came up at all. I mean, Extra Knight would have come up, but obviously go around. But like, there were so many cards here collectively that just mean that Shark just no. Like
Yes.
I have turtle here, and then we obviously both have access to stuff like breakthrough skill, stuff like skill prisoner. You obviously had skill drain as well. Like collectively, like 20% of all of our cards is just like fuck you, Shark, don't do your
And there's
thing.
also the
And I guess
fact
so.
that my cards were mostly not special summoned. Like ignoring the Ghostricks, of course.
Yeah.
Ignoring like the weenies. All my cards were tribute summoned, so they also go under Shark in that regard.
Obviously, I don't much care about your ghost tricks that you summon from your deck. I'm not really using them for much. It's mostly literally they're like, okay, if you go into extra deck or something like Mandragora, when you special summon that, then there was a line where I was thinking like, okay, do I actually go Shark to yoink this?
To yoink though, to 1.55.
That would have been. It would have been funny though.
I mean, yeah, kinda. But you could have also just gone into any other.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have been as funny.
I mean, that is.
And always, gotta have a way to nab my boy.
Yeah. I put this guy in here mostly because the fact that there was a reality where I have 2 cards just on the field.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm like, I need to do something right now.
It's like, instead of tribute summoning for something else, like just tribute. And honestly, like under skill drain, getting just a 3k beat stick, I don't think there's anything here that deals with that, like straight up.
Crane.
So
Crane and killing. That's about it. Or curing, because I'm pretty sure that's what it's supposed to be, right?
probably, but I'm not a dweeb like you talking about Lancelot in your Yu-Gi-Oh deck breakdowns and getting us copyright claimed by the British embassy.
Sorry, that's actually, in case you weren't aware, Lancelot is a French addition to the.
Oh, the
Arthurian lore.
French, the fucking
Yeah,
French.
yeah.
Okay,
So-
that's
so-
actually, you know what? That's worse.
The thing is, in the Arthurian lore, Lancelot didn't exist until the French got a hold of the lore. And before that, there was a guy called Percival, and Percival found the Grail, and he was the Grail Lad, and he gave the Grail to King Arthur, and so on and so forth. But then the French got a hold of this story, and they were like, this needs more French people in it. So they made the coolest, and the strongest, and the baddest, and the raddest cool, and so they made the biggest badass in the story be Lancelot, who is French. And then they made his son, who's also half French, be the biggest and coolest and raddest badass, because he finds the Grail now instead of Percival. Great, isn't it? Wow. Nice job, French people. And also the French entirely, but they basically wrote the downfall, they made the line to the downfall, because Guinevere gets fucked by Lancelot, and then King Arthur gets super mad, and then Mordred takes hold, because when King Arthur is going to kill Lancelot. Anyhow, there's a bunch of lore in regards to that. It's... Yep.
Cool.
Cool.
I'm
Anyway,
sorry for your loss, or congratulations. I ain't really reading all of that.
Okay, listen here, you little fuck. Man.
But hey, you know what this means? Which we were talking about it. I think I forgot to. I was supposed to say it at the start. Like, obviously we have a structure deck episode upcoming next week once again. So the loser gets to pick. Which I was just gonna be like, so the loser plays the Sidra deck. And I was also saying, like, because Jeexx was telling me that he was playing some jank. So I just thought, like, oh, so you really want to play the Sidra deck, huh? But yeah, I'm assuming you're picking the Sidra deck, so the choice are the Sidra and Blue Eyes structures.
Yes, I would like to play the Cyber Dragon deck.
Yeah.
And I will have to point out, I did not play this deck because I thought it was gonna lose. I played this deck because I thought was gonna do something that we haven't seen in ages.
That's fair.
And that was slow down the game to actual combat tricks. Like this was combat trick versus combat trick, but I just don't have the payoff.
I mean, I guess I have one. I was like, mine aren't really combat tricks, but I guess I have one. But mostly it just pops. I mean, actually, Crow
And you
is
have
also a combat tricks. Too. It's Crow and then Crane.
You also have Crane, and you also have Rainbow Kuribo, and then like you have other ways of protecting the card from like
true.
From other like combat related things.
Kirby
Like, the main thing that really worked out in this was the fact that I didn't even realize that go around was non-targeting.
Yeah.
Which like
yeah we in the first game we were talking about it when siding, which is another thing that I had a long day today. My brain isn't completely there, but supposed to address it like after siding before starting game 2 that like we misplayed and I used a skill prisoner to deal with Ghostrick go around, which is skill because I thought it was the effect of I think Jack Frost, and
Yes.
that was the targeting thing because skill prisoner only works on monster effects, but it was the effect of go round, so I shouldn't have been able to do that.
But that's fine. That's whatever. It didn't affect the outcome of the match at all.
Probably not, but it's still like good to
Need to address
point that out regardless. But yeah,
Just in case somebody in the comments goes like, actually, go around doesn't work.
But also, please still do that because we want the engagements.
Yep.
Please.
Please engage.
Yeah. Call Jeexx slur. I won't delete the comment because it's good for the algorithm.
I don't think that's how that works.
For all intents and purposes, this was a joke, but also please do it. But yeah, I'm happy with this. I don't remember if I said it last week. I think I talked about the structures last week, but at least I was mean to say like I really want to win this one because I'm kind of indifferent. Like the Sidra deck, obviously it's way better than the Blue Eyes deck, and it also has stuff like D barrier, which well. Let's just say that if your Blue Eyes get debarriered in the matchup, you are not playing the game anymore. So that's fun. But I was still like, I like Blue Eyes, I like Sidra both. Like the decks are fine. There's nothing like crazy about either of them. The only thing was that we were talking about like off camera was that it's the one time where a Sidra actually gets to play Nova and do something else with Nova instead of immediately going into Infinity, which is I think that's cool. So I'm fine with this. Probably gonna get blasted next week, but hey, maybe we can. Since now Jeexx immediately found all his skill drains, maybe we'll have some good karma for next weekend. The 3 last cards in his deck are gonna be the D-barriers. One can hope.
Actually.
But anything else you want to add to either this or a little bit of pre-talk for the structures?
I'm kind of excited to see if there is actually something interesting to do with the Cyber deck, because the Cyber Dragon Nova is a cool card overall, but I don't think Cyber Dragon Nova is gonna win against like if you actually get a Blue Eyes out. If you get an Azure Eyes out, I can't win with Nova. Nova's just gonna sit there and kind of just stall out. You know.
Yeah, I mean it's just do I get dimensional deprisoned and then like power bond limit breaker OTK'd, sorry, limit removal OTK'd, or do the deprisons not come up?
Can't wait to use Cyber Twin Dragon. Holy, the superior Cyber Dragon fusion. Oh.
I mean, I think that is correct because, I mean, I guess the not recent at this point. I don't even know if it was like 2021 or something when the new Cyber Dark stuff came out, which actually made like, hey, Cyber End Dragon is actually now usable, I guess. It's so funny too that all the old Cyber Dark stuff was specific. Like the whole thing is like, hey, by the way, it's using Cyber End Dragon, but then in the game itself, it doesn't actually work with Cyber End Dragon because it's a machine and not a dragon. Good old Yu-Gi-Oh with its card printing logic sometimes.
Fucking love Yu-Gi-Oh, man.
We love Yu-Gi-Oh here almost as much as we love Deadlock, which I will most definitely be playing shortly. But thank you for joining us for another episode. I think 78. We are closing in on 80 and by extension rapidly to that big 100, which we'll still have to closer to that, like figure out what we're doing for that, but we'll figure that out when we get there. It's still some ways to go, so we still have time. But once again, thank you for joining us on the journey, and we will see you next week for the structure deck episode. So I didn't hook you up with a pun at the start, so I'm gonna throw a curveball here. Jeexx, send us off with a pun.
Next week is gonna be revolutionary.
I'm so sorry, and hopefully you'll still be here next week. We'll see you then. Peace.